Campus core is 100% closed to your motor vehicles. Many of you drivers are noticing yet unfortunately ignoring the restricted access signs that are supposed to restrict access to campus core. You do not get to ignore these signs like pedestrians and bicyclists do. Sucks, but it is reality. You are not allowed to go west on SW Jefferson at SW Benton, and you are not allowed to go north on SW 26th at SW Jefferson in your motor vehicle. The OSU police have agreed to ban vehicles from campus who violate this rule. The OSU statute allows them to do so for violators. I've attached a photo of these restricted access signs for all of you who decide to comment feigning your ignorance. You don't get to be blissfully ignorant while being pushed along in your 5,000 pounds metal box. Do not enter does not mean that you are special and get to enter anyway. Check the sign in the attached photo and adhere to it.
The SEC is where staff go to pick up paychecks. Making that area less accessible makes it hard for staff to get their dues, especially those that work odd hours. That building is within that blocked corridor. Even with all those listed vehicles you mentioned, I've seen every one of them have to stop for careless cyclists, clueless pedestrians, and entitled foot traffic, so I don't see it as an issue solely around vehicles. Take the newly developed area behind the parking structure. It's clearly labeled for bikes and foot traffic separately, has more than enough room to do so, nothing obstructing people's view, yet I've seen so many vehicles have to come to a hard stop because someone darted out in front of them.
Cry more about it.
Says the guy crying about cars on campus, LOL.
Come on, your cries were so long and this one was so short. Do better.
Fail troll detected. Cry some more about cars breaking the rules, while cyclists ignore traffic signs and pedestrians recuse themselves to their phones.
That was better dependent _on_the _system_B, but guess what? Drivers are not legally allowed on these streets, but bicyclists are. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh wait, you can't because I am right. Ha 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 ha. Nah nah boo boo, your cars are not allowed here. Winky face.
In Oregon, a bicycle is legally considered to be a vehicle. When riding your bicycle on a road, you have the same rights and duties as people who are driving cars. Page 1 of the Oregon Bicycling Manual. Caps lock doesn't equal smart.
OSU controls access, and on these two specific sections of streets, personal motor vehicles are not allowed while bicyclists are allowed. It is called restricted area for a reason. No personal motor vehicles. Got it? No amount of crying will change this fact.
Read the sign again. It doesn't grant bikes rights to go up there. Restricted access only. University deliveries and ADA parking only. So, it actually does allow certain motor vehicles, but no cyclists. Technically, one could interpret the sign to mean no foot traffic either. Also, it's not a good sign in a conversation when you try to go after someone's randomly generated username, smiley face.
Tell me you have not been on campus without telling me you have not been on campus. Next time you do get to campus, check out the paint on those streets that explicitly provides a bike lane, contrary to your incorrect belief that bikes are not allowed. I love your sobbing though.
Again, it goes back to the signage. That may be a bike path for delivery only, and the sidewalk is there for ADA compliance. Tell me you have no critical thinking skills without telling me you have no critical thinking skills.
Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy. Go to campus and check out what you are pretending to know about.
Don't need to go to a location to see how clearly posted signage works.
It's not an updated picture, you dumb fuck. They added the bike lane this year. Make sure not to wear your seatbelt so we can have a Darwin Award ready for you.
You know, it's not actually a sign of great intellect to call someone names. It makes people doubt your credibility. You argue like a 13-year-old boy who is just now being caressed with an overload of testosterone for the very first time. You appear to lack the ability to read and comprehend information and follow through with any of your own information in a manner that does not damn your perceived intelligence. If you wish to be seen as an intellectual of any kind, please refrain from making heinous comments about someone else's intellect. It's purely bad form and makes you look bad.
Getting lectured by a competitive donut on the cesspool of Reddit face with tears of joy.
LOL, idiot fail troll confirmed. That bike lane has been there for over 7 years, the restriction sign was updated about 2 years ago, and the clearly labeled left turn only on the stop sign was put there shortly after the restriction sign was updated. Learn what a Darwin Award is before you go spouting off about them like the pseudo-intellectual you're trying to make yourself out to be. Fail troll is fail, cannot even have a coherent argument. Go back to mommy's basement, smiley face.
I see in your history you often say, fail troll is fail, to anyone who outsmarts you and you are out of things to say. If you were to come on campus you would understand you are wrong really quickly, as your eyes would help you understand what your low IQ brain is trying to comprehend, that bikes are allowed on these streets that your CR is not. This would require you to get out of your mom's basement and come on campus once. You are the pinnacle of Reddit's dimwit cesspool users. I would love to meet you in person, but the extent of your abilities are limited to posting on Reddit. Come meet in person and let's continue this conversation, or are you a bitch? We will meet at the sign, just name a date and time. You will first see that less than 1 year ago they added a bike lane that you clearly are not familiar with. Then I will show you a second thing.
LOL, big tough engineer Q.ching about being incapable of using simple logic to see the signs clearly indicate a left turn only with access for delivery vehicles and ADA parking only. Maybe these people have ADA access, and you're too much of a closed-minded, selfish bicycle baby to think about someone outside your bubble. Speaking of post history, ever build any of those micro shelters you were gassing on about being able to build?
I've built 24 of the nano shelters so far. Check out my website, nanoshelters.com. Q.ching is not a term I am familiar with because I am not a superior Redditor like you. You are referring to the east/west existing bike lane. I am referring to a new bike lane that goes north on 26th, new meaning newer than the last time you saw that intersection. I would suggest you first get to know what is going on around campus before you argue against what is clearly there. ADA access is not the issue. It is regular students and staff or families that are ignoring the signs. So many logical errors in what you write, it is unbelievable. Red herring is the logical fallacy that you just tried to employ. ADA and service vehicles are allowed on those streets, and that is not up for debate or question. It is your personal vehicle that is not allowed. Got any more fallacies that you want to employ as you try to win this?
LOL, not a superior Redditor, try just having been alive for more than a couple years. A red herring is something that misleads or distracts from a relevant or important question. Like your attempts to look smart by something as sad as attacking usernames. Maybe look up from your phone every so often, and the cars that the roads were designed to carry may not empt your poor little leggers as you pimp around campus with your superiority complex.
You said everything except what needed to be said here. A simple, "you're right," would have worked.
I would have if you were. But you just want to cry about cars on campus, boo-hoo. You've done nothing but try shitty ad hominem attacks after a post that is just bitching and moaning without providing any actual solutions or a realistic take on the problem at large. Attacking usernames? Bringing up post history? Name calling? Put the MDMA away, look up from your phone, and lose the superiority complex. Riding a bike does not make you special, nor are you any sort of better person for using one.
Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy. That is the best you can do this morning. You sound pathetic. I will be programming AI to replace your low-wage job, but today you better go in and hit it.
Says the baby who has no life to go back and comment on all my posts. It proves you really are a pathetic loser, and not worth my time.
Smells like you got trolled, bitch.
Fail troll is fail.
See, this is what you revert to when the tank is empty.
Sure thing, Jaren boy.
Recycling symbol, at least we know you recycle.
More than you do, Jaren boy.
Yes, great job, you just recycled again. Now only if you did it in real life for things that matter.
I'm still better than you at it. LOL, you couldn't program your way out of a paper bag. The fact that you're on Reddit all morning, going through my post history, Says a lot about your priorities. Keep talking, little Jaren boy.
On Reddit all morning. LOL, just like how you work for 10 minutes and write down 8 hours, right?
Sure, Jaren boy. Keep wasting your parents' money on your degree.
Say boy again, third time might be the charm.
Maybe, Jaren boy.
Party popper faced with tears of joy, say it again. Just to help you understand who's boss.
Sure thing, Jaron boy. Or maybe you're just so pathetic, you're not worth more than this.
You literally just spent multiple days trolling over an inanimate sign that you don't like because it is pro-bicycle. I suppose the sign just beat you into submission and now you've decided that this isn't actually the hill that you want to die on.
Are you high again? Try reading the post I made about how I feel the students are just as much part of the problem for vehicular travel, and that the sign is in no way pro-bicycle, but that there is clearly exceptions to cars being on the road to decry are yours.
Try going to campus sometime and seeing all the bicycle infrastructure upgrades. Specifically the upgrades that have been installed at this intersection since I took the photo of this sign. Keep being a bottom feeder, you are good at it. Keep being a bottom feeder. You are good at it. Good at it. Good at it.